this is exciting. It's always great having him on the show, but he's in the studio.
This
Jim
is my
Jefferies.
first time in the studio. I've only ever done this from LA and chatted to you people. How exciting.
I know, and this is good because I get to see, because, you know, been a huge fan of your stand-up and just quietly, a new tour, Son of a Carpenter.
Son of a
new
Carpenter
show.
tour, yeah.
And when Nick used to try to tell me, oh no, I'm mates with Jim, and I'm like, I'm just not seeing it over Zoom.
Hold on. I wasn't dropping it like that.
Yeah,
Not out of nowhere.
I think there's bigger brags for each of us, really.
Nick puts it on his posters.
I bloody know Nick Kay.
I've been to a water park with Jim Jefferies.
And Britney Spears.
How did you two meet each other? You can't crack the code. We're both comedians. Of course. Nick used to open for me back in the day before he became the big success.
He still
That
can.
he is.
I can't get a guy like this anymore.
Yeah, when are you playing here?
He can be a voice man. Bit of knock-knock jokes before you get on.
Well, Fev would appreciate this as a loose unit. Jim and I have been thrown down the stairs of a venue together.
Mate, welcome to the club.
What was the bar? What was it?
I think it was called Lounge on Swanson Street.
I like how you say we've been thrown down the stairs of a venue together. I was thrown down the stairs. You were there. I was there.
There we go.
Sorry.
We were together. You watched me being thrown down some stairs.
Yeah, the security asked me to leave, and I said, "No worries, gentlemen." And Jim said, "I shan't." You will.
We were at the door. I wasn't drunk or anything.
No.
And I was with another friend of mine, Andrew, who's actually an opera singer. So we were a pretty good group. You know, we weren't rowdy.
Jim Jefferies, an opera singer and a dwarf.
I think it was you who said, "I don't throw him down the stairs" or something like that. I said, "What are we doing here? Why are we getting kicked out?" And I grabbed on to he went to throw me, but I bear hugged the bouncer. And we rolled down together. And it was a lot of stairs. What was the bar?
I think it's called Lounge on Swanson Street. Very long staircase.
It would have been 25 stairs. It was nothing.
He got out
Did you
the
get
front.
hurt?
Well,
I'm still standing, aren't I? I'm still standing. I got that celebrity stem cell stuff. Got me out of the wheelchair. It was bad. It was bad for a few years there.
the adrenochrome.
Things are turned. Yeah, look,
Drinking the blood.
Yeah,
Now,
don't read all the Epstein Files.
I got mentioned.
Did you?
Yes.
How did you get mentioned?
It's a
Little visit.
It's a. I don't know. Somebody.
I'll be honest. You don't look young enough. Are you actually going there? All right. No.
Ouch.
Now I want to talk Son of a Carpenter because I love, and you often talk about your dad in your stand-up. Is this more about him?
Oh, well, look, with stand-up specials, you record a special and then you have to do a new tour. And then when you do the new tour, you're going to do new material. But you name the tour before the tour starts, right? So I just, Son of a Carpenter, my father's a carpenter. There you go. Now, one of the first shows I did, I was in Tampa and I was, trying out all the new material and stuff like that. And I was about 20 minutes into the show, and I was midway through a 5-minute routine about my hemorrhoids, right? Like I was right in the depth of that. And this couple just stood up and went, "You're disgusting. You should be ashamed of yourself. What are you doing this for?" And then they stormed out. I always find it weird. Like if I go see a band and I'm not that familiar with their music, I'll at least listen to a few songs on the car ride to the concert so that I can familiarise myself with what's going on.
Get into the vibe.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Like you haven't watched any of my stand-up and you've come in cold. And so they go out to the box office and me and the whole audience were quiet because they were yelling at the box office. What's going on there? They thought they were seeing a one-man play about the life and times of Jesus Christ. And so I can see why the show would have been disappointing. They would have seen me talking about my hemorrhoids and they're like, this guy hasn't even got to Nazareth.
At least they paid.
Yeah, well, they did. I gave them the refund.
You got a refund.
Very, very rarely. I thought it wasn't for them. They made a mistake. I don't have to be. But they lasted 20 minutes. What do you...
I can't imagine the rest of the set list. Anything is heading towards
Amos
biblical
Gill
church.
was the opening act.
Oh, yeah, wow.
Like, how is Amos Gill? He's more offensive than me.
Yeah.
He's way more offensive than me.
I've been to something that he opened
He was doing
for,
stand-up.
and
He's great.
Yeah,
I had to sit down in my chair.
He's living in New York now. He's killing it.
He's a good
What's
man.
it like? You're in LA.
I'm in LA,
What's it like living there at the moment in terms of everything that's going on?
Well, the weather's always good. That's why you pay the taxes. The weather's nice. The Palisades isn't what it used to be. I'll be honest.
Yeah.
That
Bit of a vibe change,
That used to be, I wanted to buy there.
Yeah.
It's like buying Bitcoin 2 weeks ago. You know what I mean? So, look, the vibe in LA is a little. Look, you see the ICE thing. That's a real thing, right? Like you see it on the news, but I've seen.
You've watched it.
I've seen Mexican people being dragged in the street. I've walked around. I've seen it, right? And look, I'm no bleeding heart. Like the words illegal is in the title, illegal immigrants. But I believe in due process. I believe in But I know some Australians who outstayed their visas. I haven't seen one of them being dragged down the street. I haven't seen one Australian like, get the F out. I haven't seen a Swedish backpacker being dragged by a Platts. Going Flugenhugen down the street. So it does seem like a very targeted thing that's going on.
Is it tense?
Very tense.
Yeah,
very tense. The whole country's very tense at the moment. Look, the Super Bowl. We just had the Super Bowl, and in the Super Bowl, you could watch Bad Bunny, or you could change channels to watch Chris Rock.
Kid Rock.
Chris Rock. I want to change to what Chris Rock.
Chris Rock would have been better.
Chris Rock would have been good.
That would have been awesome.
Just the slapping tour.
Yeah.
There wasn't many people that turned up to that. We have a nice problem here too, around Richmond area.
Oh, that's a nice problem.
Real problem.
They're fighting ghosts. No, they don't have real. They're just shadow boxing
What
of the
did you
lights.
think of the Super Bowl? It was last week.
It was a boring game.
Yeah,
I'm not
it was
a.
boring.
I'm not. Look, I'm a baseball guy.
Yep.
And
Dodgers.
I follow Dodgers and Clippers, and I'm not like a fair weather fan. I didn't start following the Dodgers. In fact, I had season tickets to the Dodgers for a decade, and
They won nothing.
I gave them and they went. And I gave them up 2 years ago, and they've won the
they won
last
back
two
to
World
back.
Series. Because
Well, the
I had a
curse.
4-year-old, and I just couldn't go. It's just I was too busy to go. There's 160 something games in a season.
Lot of
It's a
games.
lot of home game, 81 home games to go to. And so I was going to do maybe 2, and so I gave them up. But if I kept them, I would have made a mint of money selling
give 'em
them
away
at
now.
second-hand market for the World Series and that type of stuff.
Well, your
But-
Clippers have just blown up your team. They're no good.
well, the Clippers are blown up. They
Poor
got
Kawhi
rid
Leonard.
of Harden, but we got Darius Garland. We went younger, even though he's got an injured toe. What's that all about?
He's got court toe.
2 toes that are stuffed. This guy's
Cut him off.
So we got him coming in. I really liked Harden. I liked watching him play,
the beard.
but I hear the pundits say that we did better in the trade.
Yeah, what do you think, Fee?
The LA people will say that.
And Zubac losing the Croatian player, he was a bit of a fan favourite.
I hated him.
You didn't like him?
It just cost me in the multis. Have him for 10 rebounds, he gets 9. Mate, get
Oh,
a
yeah,
rebound.
oh,
You're
yeah.
80 foot tall.
What do you reckon, Fee?
I'll put in a word.
Baseball?
Yeah. you like you don't like
I don't know what
sports?
you're
No,
talking
she's not
about.
sports. No.
You don't like sports? I always
called the
I
team
always
the
find it
Seattle
weird
Seapoints.
when I ring into Australian radios. They're the AFL Grand Finals on. What do you think's going to happen? I've never been to a game in my whole life.
Yeah.
No, never been to a
Hey.
game of AFL in me bloody life.
He's a big leaguey.
I like league.
Yeah.
I now support the Perth Bears.
Do you?
Yeah, I was the North Sydney Bears. I was I wouldn't say instrumental, but I was a person that campaigned to get the Bears back in for decades. And this has been something. Look,
Next year?
if I move back to Australia, I'm moving to Perth because that's where the Bears are.
Yeah,
That's
there
where the
you
Bears
go.
are. I went to university. I like the city
Why did they
And-
go to Perth?
because Perth didn't have a rugby league team.
Oh.
And it's got
they
Cottesloe
want
Beach.
one?
It's really nice. Well, they might. Well, we will find out.
You'll
if they
find
want one.
out. They start
We'll
next
find out if
year,
we
I
want
think.
one. But the league, I always thought AFL was a bit of. Oh no, I'm in Melbourne right now, and you're all going to get pissy with me. But
I know.
but look,
I'd be pretty careful.
I
I
think
reckon.
one bloke in
let's
particular.
be honest. If the Americans took up the sport, none of you would be playing it.
Why is
Yeah.
that?
Okay, so you think Ivica Zubac wouldn't do a few good marks, or
Well, he can't
you
run.
don't think LeBron James would be able to jump over the top of you
different-
fellas
it's a
in your little
different-
shorts?
it's a
You-
different
you
skill
think,
set.
You think Kobe Bryant wouldn't have crushed Warwick Kappa?
I reckon if
Well,
Kobe
come
Bryant
on
ran at
now.
me and
I
I
don't-
ran
I
at
don't-
him,
I
I'd
don't
put
wanna say
Kobe
anything,
Bryant on
but-
his ass.
But we're a country of 22 million, 23 million people. We're a country of 330 million people. If another country picks up that sport, you're done. You're done. I'm
Please.
sorry, mate.
Please.
I'm sorry.
You're a guest, so I won't go.
We're excited
This
for
could be
this
the
Jim
end of you.
Jefferies
Yeah,
show.
I've just moved into a smaller venue in Melbourne. Tickets on sale now.
They are.
Mate, literally, if Kobe Bryant was running that way and I was running at him, I'd put him, he'd be gone.
Yeah, well, that's because he's been dead for years. But in his prime,
In his prime, I would absolutely bash him.
really?
Are you kidding?
I love this.
Are you joking?
So Michael Jordan.
I stood next to Michael. I stood next to Kobe Bryant,
Yeah?
mate.
That fella.
Bro.
You should hear him tell the story.
I can't. He's cutting bread.
Get John Edward in.
teglive.com.au for tickets to see Jim Jefferies
get
show.
Kobe on?
Son of a Carpenter.
That's Muggsy Bogues.
Thank you, mate.
Yeah, Muggsy Bogues. You would have had Muggsy. You would have had Muggsy. Steph Curry, you could have beaten
Yeah,
up a
mate.
bit.
Snap him in half.
Yeah.